We're going to talk today about record mailers and how to package records. A long time ago, before Sleeve City existed, I was a record dealer on the internet, and I shipped a lot of records all over the world. And one of my primary complaints with mailing records was the record mailers that were available. They were mostly 12.5 by 12.5, which is really a little bit small, and I'm going to show you. What I have here are 3 mailers sold by other vendors and our ultimate LP mailer. These two are listed as being 12.5 by 12.5, which they are. They're perforated along the sides, which looks kind of rough. This one's perforated on the edges also. This one is actually listed as being 13 by 13. But you can see it's the exact same size as the other ones. So when they're saying 13 by 13, they're talking about the external measurements, which is really not useful for what we're doing. Our mailer is 13 by 13 on the inside, so it's got lots of room. It's made of an E flute instead of a C flute or a B flute, which means it's got a much smoother finish. The cells in the corrugated are much denser and closer together, which makes for a much nicer looking box. And they're big. Some people say they're too big, but it's better to have a little bit extra space and have that almost as a crumple zone during handling. We all know how the post office, FedEx, UPS can be with packages. Sometimes it seems like they throw them out of airplanes to do the deliveries or whatever. So I'm going to show you why this extra space is good. A lot of their reissues today, the jackets are bigger than they used to be. And then on some old records, you can come across things like a dowel inner sleeve, which changes the dimensions of the record. So if you have something like this and you're using these 12.5 by 12.5 mailers, your dowel is now being smashed up against the side here, and it can ruin the dowel, it can split the edges, it's a poor fit. Same with these slightly larger jackets on today's reissues. I mean, technically it fits, but when you close it down, you're really kind of putting a lot of pressure on the corners, which can lead to split seams and just a lot of extra wear and tear in the jacket, which of course you don't want to do when you're sending it to someone. Also, box sets usually don't fit in a 12.5 by 12.5 mailer. This is a MoFi UHQR, and you can see it's not even close to fitting. With our mailer, even a box as big as this, fits perfectly inside the mailer. Also, the dowel sleeve will also fit. There's about a 1/4 inch of extra space. We'll just fold it up like that. And it fits with a little bit of room to spare, so there's no stress or pressure being put on the jacket edges or on the dowel during handling. Same with this larger jacket. Fits just fine. A little bit of extra room. Now when you have that, I mean, you don't want the record sliding around inside the box. So that, of course, is why we have mailer pads, which you should definitely want to use, especially when you're mailing collectible or more valuable records. So you just put one on each side, and these are cut exactly to fit this mailer. They won't work in any other mailers because they're a little bit larger. So now you tape that up. There's no movement. There's a little bit of extra space around the sides and the edges. So when the mailman throws it 20 feet onto your front porch, he's not damaging your record. So that's our LP mailers. Give them a try. Thanks.